Hey, yeah, what up, my people? What up? We back for another one, my Richmond Stories Part 4. Let's get into it. Before we get into this video, though, I ain't gonna hold you too long. I gotta shout out some people. I forgot to shout y'all out, but I got to. Shout out to Sugar Love for that $10 donation. Shout out to Chase for that $5 donation. Shout out to Jaquel for that $10 donation. KHow4202, shout out to you for that $10 donation. And last but not least, shout out to Joseph Jenkins from Jenkins Funeral Home for that $50 donation. I appreciate all of y'all, man, for real talk. Y'all not only supporting me, you supporting the channel so we can push this thing further than ever. Richmond going up this year, you feel me? I'm talking about the artists is going crazy, the podcast is going crazy. Richmond, we up, baby. Let's get into it. I go by D-Jack, but you can call me D.
So I go extra hard on that hard flow.
Call me D. Oh, alright. First off, my apologies if you hear any background sounds. They doing construction over here by the apartment. I'm gonna make sure I block that out in the background. But anyway, today, this story right here sets off, and I'm gonna say 2017. 16, 17, somewhere around that time. And let me tell you something, around this area we get a lot of white folks walking in and out of Blue Ridge, and most times they either plays or they like maintenance workers or something like that, or they might be what do you call them, social workers. They might be a social worker. So one day, you know, I'm on my scroll, I'm in the parking lot of Blue Ridge, and this white guy, he come walking by, short, stocky dude, bald head, tattoos, like he looked like somebody from a motorcycle club, like somebody you would see in a tattoo shop type shit. And he tell me that his name is Grim. He walk up to me like, hey bro, you know what some perks at? I was literally in the moment scrolling through my phone looking for some perks, and I'm like, nah man, I'm looking for some right now. We get to chopping it up, we get to talking, and he was a cool ass white boy. He was a cool ass white dude. Me personally, I never really been a racist type. I know it's racism still in the world. I know we still deal with it today, but most white guys I met in Richmond were opposite of that whole thing. Most of them actually, some of them even was like us. I'm talking about talk like us, grew up with us type shit. Now as we talking, he ends up pulling out a bottle of 30s, and I'm looking at him crazy like, hold on, didn't you just ask me if I knew what something was at? But see, let me tell you what that is. That's like a little seller versus buyer tactic that hustlers do. You more likely to sell something to somebody than you are to buy something from somebody, a stranger at that. And that's what he did. We talking, he pull out the pills. Hey bruh, I'm like, bruh, why you ain't tell me, you know?
Man, look, I'm just trying to get these jumps off real quick. 13 a piece.
I stopped. I'm like, you said what?
13 a piece, baby. 13 a piece.
13 a piece. And at this time, man, we 30 for 30. Like I said in the last joint, everything is 30 for 30 right now. 13 a piece is crazy. I come to find out later that he getting these joints from his mom. This is his mom's script. Now I don't know if he was stealing them or she was giving it to him and she got a cut. I don't know. And at the time, I had a nice little chunk of change in my pocket, so I'm like, shit, let me get 13 of them. His eyes got a little wide, like,
Yeah, man, hell yeah, man. I've been.
And I know when he do that, that just means that he been trying to get a hit. So I'm like, okay, he don't mess with the perks. He trying to get his nose dirty, or the other way, however you want to do it. He usually dealt with another girl in Blue Ridge. He was dealing with somebody else, giving her the joints. And it's crazy how the universe works, because this same girl today is like a sister to me. Matter of fact, I call her my sister. I don't want to incriminate you, so shout out to you, sis. You know who I'm talking about with your high yellow ass. She helped me out with a lot of the content I do, like the ideas. She gave me different perspectives and different ways to do the content. So for real, I really appreciate you, dead serious. He walk away with his bottle of pills. I got my 13 perks, and I end up calling people so I can get them off. Now after a while, right, word gets back to her. Now we not this close at this time. Now remember that we're really not that close, if at all, for real. Word gets back to her. I'm throwing crosses. Like I'm basically putting the word out to Grim that, hey, don't buy from her, you know, buy from me, whatever the case. Now you may wonder how's she getting that word? Who is putting this bug in her ear to think like this, right? I'll tell you how. If you remember from a previous story, I brought up a character named Fat Black, my neighbor. Ding, 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 Fat Black. The day that I met Grim, he's in his window watching me. He saw me having an interaction with him, and he himself knows Grim. He himself knows the girl that he deals with, because Blue Ridge is small. Blue Ridge is not a big place, so a lot of people is gonna know each other. But it was only in business, you know, whether he's selling her perks or she's selling him perks, and it was mostly she's selling him perks. I don't know if he got the idea that I'm trying to cut her out, but that was the move. He went back to her, put a bug in her ear, and it got back to me. And Grim, he widely known on mid-low. Like, he was known by a lot of people on mid-low. So anybody with good sense to make some money wanted to be on Grim's good side. I just ended up getting lucky by bumping into him. Now, I did ask myself after he left, why is you trying to sell these joints on the streets to strangers if you already got main people that you go to? I don't know if she was the only one, but if you got somebody you already got a certain deal with, why are you looking for other people to get these janks off? And my thoughts was, maybe he wanted to find somebody to buy him straight up instead of having to front him. Now, that was the first time ever dealing with him, and I get him off that day. That very next day, I bought what he had left, because he looked like he had at least like 50 in there. He only had, I think, 10 left, and I bought those 10 from him. I'm gonna say a week later, I end up going to see the girl that he used to do business with, because by then I had ran out, so now I gotta go somewhere else. She tell me what was said, what bruh said. In that situation, right, how do you even explain yourself? When you know you ain't do it, but this person really don't know you, that person lives in front of you, who is she inclined to believe? But I'm like, look, man, I'm not on that type of time. I ain't never been on that type of time. I don't backbite. I mind my business. She was like, yeah, I know, D, I know. Nigga always talking about somebody, you know, that type of thing. But I'm still in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, she don't believe me, bro. She can't believe me. How can she? Like, I don't expect her to. Come to find out she did. So when next month comes around, because they only get them once a month, next month come around, he come knocking at the door. But this time, I don't have enough at all. Like, this is one of them down bad periods where I done spent up my money. I'm buying perks. I'm spending money on dumb shit. So I went and I asked him, like, hey bro, you trying to front me? Like, you know I'm good for it. I can get it off real quick, get your money back. You know that whole spiel. We done heard it before. He said, yeah, he trusts me. It took me 2 whole days to do it this time. I don't know why. I think it was a time where everybody had them. And it's not a situation where I can just sit on mines and wait till everybody run out. I had to get them off. But after those 2 days, he made a comment about it, but he wasn't too mad about it. Man, I appreciate you straight up. You got me my money back, and that all that matters. Like, he said he done dealt with people who done effed him over, took a whole week sometimes, and didn't even give him all his money back. So he just appreciated the fact that he got all his money back in 2 days. So we doing business for the next 2 to 3 months. So I've now become the weed man and the pill man. Everything is good. Everything is smooth. Me and my girl, we going out shopping. We buying hoodies. We buying sweatsuits. We just being dumb. Well, really, I'm being dumb. So when that 3rd month come around, he don't come by. He usually always came by like around the 12th or the 13th. He did not come by. And I'm calling him. He ain't picking up. I'm calling him. He ain't picking up. After 2 days, I just stopped calling. Like, maybe he found somebody else to kick it with. Because at this point, we got an agreement to where he gonna bring me them joints. I get him off. I give him his money back. It was easy. Transaction. So by that 3rd day, knock at the door. When I see it's Grim on the other side of the peephole, I get giddy. I'm like, okay, Grim, come in the clutch, because I was just looking for some. And I swear to God, I'm gonna reenact how he told me the story.
D, man, these motherfuckers.
What happened, bro? What up?
Fucking foolery, man. Just fucking foolery.
That's exactly what he said. Foolery. Grim got robbed. He said he was on mid-low, walking up mid-low, broad daylight now, and he went on the sidewalk. I think he was in a grass part. It's a part of mid-low when you walking. I think it's by that pawn shop. Somewhere by that pawn shop, if y'all know what I'm talking about. It used to be a pawn shop, and somebody robbed him broad daylight. I don't know if he capping me down. It sounds too good to believe. It don't make sense. Broad daylight, cars flashing up and down the street, somebody pull up. You know what I mean? Don't make sense to me, but I gotta take him at his word. And it's not like he obligated to tell me the truth. So sorry that happened to you, bruh. You know, I'll keep an ear out for you, but I won't, because in my line of work, that would be snitching, right? So he told me it's a way that he can get another script. If he can prove that he was robbed, they can write another script for his mother, and they can get one. And they actually did. When he left that day, in my mind, I'm like, he ain't never coming back. That was his way of cutting me the fuck out. He ain't never coming back. He comes back literally the next day with another script. Said, here, bruh, and gave me 25 of them. My boy, it was getting off so fast. It was a good day. The next month comes around. Grim is supposed to show up like usual, but he doesn't show up. I don't think none of it. This happened before. Next day rolls around. He does not show up. The next day, he does not show up. The next day, I call him. He don't answer. The next week comes around, and I end up talking to one of his homeboys, a homeboy that I've never talked to, never met. Either we talked on the phone or he knocked on my door. I'm not sure. He told me that Grim had overdosed. Grim used to sell these perks to buy dope, and he bought a bad batch. It was fent, of course. And this is around the time when fent really hit the streets. This is when it was everywhere. I'm trying to remember the story correctly. He said he came in because he hadn't heard from Grim in a while. He come in his house and there he is on the couch. Overdose. He takes some cold water, throw it on him. That don't work. Him and a few other people pick him up now and drag him to the tub. Put a bunch of ice in the tub, cold water coming out, more ice, more cold water, and he wakes up. He revived. But after he woke up, he passed right back out. Now, in my opinion, I felt like as soon as you saw him on the couch, call the police and then put him in the tub. But who am I to judge? Who am I to say what you should have did? I wasn't in the situation. You never know what you're gonna do in traumatic situations like that. Same thing I said about the Somalia story, but we ain't gonna get that deep into it. I end up buying me a fake pill by mistake, not knowing. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say I didn't know. I'm gonna say that I looked at the pill, saw that it looked funny. That withdrawal kicking in, fucking me. And I took half of it. What saved me that night? Number one, being calm. I'ma say being calm. I think if I would have panicked, it would have been worse. My opinion, I'm not sure now. I'm not a goddamn doctor. But I calmed myself down and I only took half of the pill. If I would have took that whole pill, I would have been out of here. Bro, when it hit me, bro, it wasn't a sharp pain. It wasn't nothing too noticeable. It was just this feeling of, you know you about to die. Think about that. It was just that feeling in my heart. It felt like every time my heart beat, my breath got shorter. And it's like, yeah, you about to go. You about to go. And it was a horrible feeling. It was scary, bro. And I looked at that as a wake-up call. Because right before he overdosed, I bought that fake pill. Another one of the reasons why I said I gotta get off this. It was a few variables on why I got off of perks, and that was one of them. That everlasting loop of addiction to perks, bro. Bro, I had 2 plugs. And I had 2 plugs so I can make sure I always had some perks so I didn't have to look for them. I can sell the perks, make sure I'm getting these for free so I don't have to worry about my habit. And I would still run out. An everlasting loop that I'm so glad I'm not in no more, and I hope that y'all can get yourselves out for the people who still are. Even if you gotta take Suboxone for a few years to get yourself back on track. It's what time is it right now? It's 2:52 and I haven't took my dose of Suboxone yet because it's still in my system. The last piece I took was 10 o'clock last night. No withdrawal, no nothing. I'm still good. Sometimes I forget to take it because it got such a long shelf life. And that is not saying you shouldn't try to get off it, because that is my plan. I got a 5-year plan. Let's hope I make it. Y'all root for me now. When that happened, bro, that would be the 3rd person by then that had overdosed in the time that I was in Blue Ridge. The first one was Kenny, then it was Tasia, and then it's Grim. And it was a lot more after. And this is just another added story to the ongoing overdoses in Richmond. When fent hit the street in Richmond around that time, so many people died, and we didn't see the numbers because most of us only pay attention to the homicides and murders, but you're not really paying attention to them overdose deaths. We had so many deaths that year. So after his overdose, I can definitely say I woke up all the way that time. The message that I want to leave with y'all today is this. Off the top, addiction is a disease, and it doesn't all the time have to do with drugs. You know, you can be addicted to a number of things in life. It's a monster, and it can lead to way worse things. You know, when I walk past people every day and seeing people still living that lifestyle, I look at them as me. I see every single one of these people that's going through this on the street, and I see myself. They are no less than me, they are no less than you, because you can be that same person right there going through that same type of lifestyle. If you're at an age right now where it's cool, where it feels cool, where it seems like it's the thing to do, you in a danger zone. Because that's the time when you're not smart, when you're not thinking, when you're not paying attention to everything. You never know what somebody gonna bring to the party. You don't know what's in that bag, you don't know what's in that pill, you don't know what's in that powder. I don't judge, but I will tell you the truth. And the truth is, if you don't pass away from it, you're gonna wish you did. And that's real talk. And that's all I got. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay positive, please stay motherfucking sober. If you ain't moving, you losing, my boy. And we out, babe. Call me, D.
Hustler talk, no comment though, just paper chase. Chasing my dreams, my nightmares ain't got no money. Just a cardboard sign and they existence so bumming. And they want me down with them at the bottom of the barrel. I don't want no parts of it. For that life I never settle, so I go all in that bit. Want all my pockets down. I be cool until I yoke the game and make them